Well, I thought I would give you guys a look at these heads I got. These had been sitting on a shop. A gentleman not far from where I live been kind of retiring from racing. I got a good deal on these heads. These have been ported, stamped with the guy who worked on it. Boggs. Not quite sure who that is. Maybe somebody out there can help me find out. But I'm not a connoisseur of port work, but everything I've seen online says that this thing is like everything you should be doing. It looks fabulous. No, the camera doesn't pick it up real nicely, but everything down to, you can kind of see how on the with the flow coming along in the port, the leading edge is rounded, the trailing edge is sharp. The transition into the valve seats are really nice. The port match is great, and the exhaust has a lot less work done to it, but I think that's fairly typical. Like the short side hasn't really been touched at all, except for matching the port a little bit right there. But the rest of the bowl has been nicely cleaned up. These are not, well, these are, I don't know what size valves came in this head from the factory. If I recall, these are 215s? Oh, no, I can't find my caliper. I'll get that in a second. But I believe they're 215 160s or 220 160s. And we've got shims to set the spring tension, and we've got some Chungus springs. Let me tell you what, it's a dual valve spring setup. So we've got an inner and an outer, and these things are considerably stiffer. I pulled out one of the stockers from the RV heads as a comparison, and well, you can kind of see they look like they're from a completely different sort of engine. Like this will almost fit inside of it, but it is actually significantly shorter. But the spring rate, there is no comparison. I mean, this is like a stress ball, whereas this one is a valve spring. Now, I have some deciding to do, because out of this bunch of parts, I had a used cam, which is painted purple, so it suggests it's a Mopar purple shaft. But it's got, right now, it had some little bit of surface rust on it, so I'm giving it an acid treatment right there, the phosphoric acid. But I checked the lobes on it, and it had a lobe lift of 380 thou, which works out to, with a 1.5 rocker ratio, to a 570 lift cam, which that is a spicy unit. I'm not gonna lie, that is a lot of cam. So I've got to decide, am I going to use the RV cam and put the original springs into the new head to match the RV cam, or obviously this is a lot of valve spring for that stock cam, and I don't necessarily need this much to be able to turn this up as high as I'm going to. Because with the stock bottom end, I mean, the stock bottom end, what can I do, really? Probably a lot, but anyway. So I probably don't need all this. Do I just take out the inner valve spring and party? Or head, and man, I just don't know. Like I said, I could transfer these over to the new head, and then I'd get the benefits of that beautiful port without having a cam that's going to wipe lobes off, and also be terrible to drive with an automatic transmission, which is what I've got, and it's also a stock stall converter. I have a a factory high stall converter for a small block, but the 440 is externally balanced, and I'm not sure about messing with that. Either way, yeah, I've got some deciding to do. What do y'all think? I mean, obviously the right answer is go out and buy the shit. Absolutely, buy all brand new shit, but no. I'm going to get by with what I've got, because if I was just going to buy everything, I wouldn't be doing this. If I was just going to buy everything, I mean, this wouldn't happen at all. So, yeah.